Harlequin Audio is proud to bring you The Neighbours by Hannah Mary McKinnon. Performed by Mary Jane Wells, Alex Wyndham, Billie Fulford-Brown and Elizabeth Knowelden. Then, July 18th, 1992, Abbey. Help! The faint voice floated toward me, gliding smooth as a paper aeroplane from somewhere in the midst of the fog swirling through my brain. Orange lights flashed in a steady rhythm and... Please! I wondered if I'd uttered the words, but I hadn't moved my lips, hadn't moved at all, couldn't. It hurt too much. Everything hurt too much. Moments passed, and I tried to string together the few wispy fragments my mind allowed me to cling to. My arms, chest, and legs were pressed against something hard and uncomfortable. The ground, not my soft bed. But the reason why I found myself in that position escaped me entirely, and I was too exhausted to care. A breeze softly brushed across my cheek. The pavement beneath me felt warm, and despite the distinct taste of rust invading my mouth, I could smell freshly cut grass. Hadn't I been? Help me! Abby! The voice was too low to be mine. A man's then, it had to be. Why wouldn't he let me sleep? My eyes felt heavy and impossible to open, so I let my thoughts start pulling me away, ever so slowly, to the deliciously inviting state of unconsciousness. Abby! Rest would have to wait. Against my better judgment, I raised my head, each millimetre expending energy I didn't think I had, and causing pain to shoot through every part of my body like 1,000 burning hot pins. I tried, but my legs and lower back stubbornly refused to budge, even the tiniest amount, as if I'd been nailed to the ground. I forced my eyes open, and I saw him. Tom! My own voice this time, barely a whisper. Tom! A little stronger, louder. My brother lay a few metres away, in what had been my blue Ford Capri, but which was now an upturned carcass of broken glass and mangled steel. The flashing of the hazard lights illuminated Tom's bloody face and body every few seconds, a perverse freak show. He hung upside down. Unlike me, he was still in the car, somewhere between the front and back seats, his arms and legs bent at impossible angles. Eyes wide and glazed, staring at me, desperate, begging. Abby! He said once more, and I watched as he attempted to lift his arms, tried to reach for me. I can't get out! Tears rolled up his forehead, mixing with a steady stream of blood from the deep gash above his eye. It looked like a second mouth. I can't get out! Tom! I said again, before my eyes closed, despite my efforts to keep them open. Fighting the beckoning darkness felt like a struggle I'd never win. The light from the wreck somehow became brighter, warmer too. Somewhere in my brain it occurred to me it wasn't the sun, couldn't be the sun. It was still so dark. Wasn't it? My mind started drifting away. But then the pungent smell of smoke and petrol filled the air. I wanted to move. I needed to get to him, but I couldn't. I'm sorry, I whispered, my eyes open again, staring into his. Tom, I'm so sorry. The last thing I heard were the screams, Tom's and mine, as the car burst into flames.
Now, Nate. When the U-Haul van arrived next door, I did what most sensible human beings would do. I ignored it. Once I'd made sure it was just the new neighbours moving in, not some crazy person stealing lingering Christmas decorations, I cranked up the fire, flopped back down on the sofa, and buried my nose in my copy of I Am Ozzy, marvelling at how the guy had lasted so long. As far as I was concerned,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?